Have you ever felt stuck because of your financial situation? Has living paycheck to paycheck worn you down to the point that you believe that's just the way it's always going to be for you? You're definitely not the only one that's dealing with that. In fact, years ago, my wife Angie and I were in the same situation as well. Even though we enjoyed a nice six-figure income, we were living paycheck to paycheck. But through a lot of effort and a lot of trial and error, we found a way to turn things around. And since then, we've gotten rid of our consumer debt, paid cash for our last 4 cars, 4 college degrees, all of our vacations, and even our daughter's wedding. And the cool thing is, anybody can do what we did. And that's why I'm here. That paycheck to paycheck lifestyle was causing us tremendous stress every single day. It put a strain on our marriage and kept us from doing a lot of the things we really wanted to do in life. But finally, we made the conscious decision to take control of our money and get out of debt for good. Now, it definitely wasn't the easiest thing that Angie and I ever did, but I can tell you it's definitely one of the best things we ever did for our marriage, for our stress level, and for our future. Now, I want to let you in on a little secret we learned along the way. One of the things we discovered during the process is that getting our finances under control really transformed every other part of our lives, not just the money part. Once we got the money thing solved, our marriage got better, our stress levels went down, we had more money in our pockets, more money in the bank, and we had more freedom to live our life the way we wanted to live it. It completely transformed our lives. So that's why I decided over a dozen years ago to start showing others how to make the same transformation in their lives that we made years ago. I started showing others the same methods Angie and I used to get control over our money and stop living paycheck to paycheck. Because I believe when you can learn to transform your money, you will inevitably transform the rest of your life too. And I want you to have the same freedom we enjoy every day of our lives. And the cool thing is, you don't have to have a high income or even an average income to achieve financial freedom. Really, anybody can do it. It's not just about how much money you make, it's all about the plan. But let's face it, how many of us know how to go from living paycheck to paycheck to celebrating financial freedom? I mean, if you did, you'd already be doing it, right? That's where a great mentor comes in. When Angie and I finally decided to change our lives, we had a great mentor that showed us step by step how to change our thinking, build better habits, pay off all our debt, and get totally free from the bondage we were in. And one of the most important things we learned in those early days was the value of writing things down. So what do I mean by that? Well, there are a lot of things you should be writing down if you want to transform your life from paycheck to paycheck to financial freedom. And the first thing I recommend doing is to spend 30 days writing down every single thing you spend money on. If you pay the electric bill, write it down. If you buy a coffee, write it down. Put $1 in the tip jar at the coffee shop, write it down. I don't really care how you do it. You can write it down in a little notebook you carry with you, or you can just use the note-taking app in your smartphone. Whatever works for you. It really doesn't matter. But what does matter is the knowledge you gain from this simple little exercise, because it provides you with extremely valuable information. It's the kind of information you need to see exactly what you're spending money on every single day of your life. And this is the information you'll need to have before you can go on to the next step, which I'll talk about in just a minute. Once you have all your purchases for 30 days in writing right in front of you, what is it that jumps out at you? Did you spend more than you thought going out to lunch every day? Do you spend a lot more on gas than you realized? Do you waste a bunch of money on useless trinkets for your kids because you have trouble saying no? Really take a hard look at where your money's going, and you'll quickly see where you can do better. Just this little bit of information can be really enlightening. You'll likely see at least a few areas where you can manage your money better. Now, is this one little exercise going to totally transform your financial life? No, absolutely not. But it's a good start. It's a small step at the start of a journey to make your life better. It's a step that'll get you moving down the right path toward the financial freedom you're looking for. Now, I know there are a lot of reasons why you might feel like getting control of your finances is impossible. I've done a lot of research into my readers on the Celebrating Financial Freedom blog, and I hear a lot of things like, I don't make enough money, or I tried to get organized before and it just didn't work out for me, or I got started with improving my finances, but life kept getting in the way, so I never really followed through. Man, I get it. Managing your finances can be quite a process, and there are a lot of reasons why you might not stick with it when you're trying to create new habits. But in my new course, The Divine Art of Money, 21 Days to Manage Your Money Like a Pro, I'll show you what Angie and I did to stick with it and make financial freedom a reality in our lives. And I'm extremely confident that when you use what I teach, you can do the exact same thing. Now, I want you to be on the lookout for the next video I'm going to send you very soon. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to take the information you learned by writing down your spending for 30 days, and you'll start turning that into a plan that'll take you one more step down the path to financial freedom. Now, this is one of those things most people are not doing, and if they are, they're likely doing it totally wrong. And I'll show you how to do it the right way, and it'll totally transform the way you handle your finances from here on out. But until then, I want you to do me a small favor. I want you to leave a comment at the bottom of this page. I want you to tell me what managing your finances better would allow you to accomplish in your life. Tell me about the things you'd be able to do, the places you'd go, the things you'd do differently once you've tamed your finances and achieved the freedom to enjoy life on a new level. Now, they may be a little hard to imagine right now, but let your mind run wild for a little bit and just think of the possibilities. Then go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me about those great things. And I'll see you again in the next video.